Welcome back. If you haven't watched part 1, I highly recommend you do so first, because today's story begins exactly where we left off. David had just discovered that his own best friend Calvin had been called before the university disciplinary panel alongside him. David looked at Calvin and quietly said, "Don't worry, just tell them the truth. They'll understand." Calvin looked away without saying a word. Moments later, they were called inside. The chairman of the disciplinary committee placed 2 final year projects on the table. He looked at both young men and asked, "Which of you is the original author of this work?" David confidently replied, "I am, sir." Before he could explain any further, Calvin interrupted. "No, sir, he's lying. I completed my project first. I believe he copied my work." The room fell silence. David couldn't believe what he had just heard. His heart raced. His hands trembled. This was the same friend he had helped for 4 years. The same friend he had shared food with. The same friend he trusted like a brother. Yet, here he was, destroying his future without a trace of guilt. The committee questioned both students for nearly 2 hours. Each gave their own version of events. But there was one problem. Calvin had submitted his project a day before David. Without enough evidence to determine the original author, the university suspended both projects pending further investigation. That decision changed David's life. The scholarship committee immediately withdrew his name for consideration. His graduation was postponed indefinitely. As students celebrated with their families, David stayed inside his room. His phone stopped ringing. Friends stopped visiting. He questioned everything. Why would Calvin do this to me? Days turned into weeks. Weeks became months. Meanwhile, Calvin graduated. He smiled for photographs. He wore his graduation gown proudly. To everyone else, he looked like a successful young man. But deep inside, he knew the truth. If you are still watching, thank you so much for staying with us. Please don't forget to like this video, share it to someone who believes in true friendship, and subscribe for more emotional stories. Also, tell me in the comments, do you think Calvin deserved a second chance after what he did? Now, back to the story. Several months later, the multinational company sponsoring the scholarship carried out its own independent background review before making the final employment offer. As part of the process, they requested copies of research drafts, digital records, and supporting documents from the university. David was contacted unexpectedly. Although he had almost lost hope, he submitted his old laptop. Forensic experts carefully examined every file. They checked document history, editing date, saved version, research notes. Then, they discovered something shocking. David had written the first chapter nearly 6 months before Calvin even created his own project file. Every revision had been automatically saved. Every edit carried a timestamp. The evidence was undeniable. David was the true author. The university immediately reopened the case. Another disciplinary hearing was scheduled. This time, the digital event was displayed on the large screen. One by one, every file exposed the truth. Calvin's confidence disappeared. His hands began to shake. His head slowly dropped. Finally, he confessed, "I copied David's work." The room was silent. No one spoke. The chairman removed his glasses and sighed deeply. "Mr. Calvin," he said, "you didn't just steal a project, you attempted to steal another person's future." The university immediately cancelled Calvin's degree. His academic record was marked with misconduct. David's suspension was lifted. His project was restored. His name was officially cleared. Although he had missed the original graduation ceremony, the university organized a special graduation to award him his degree. A few months later, The same multinational company that had once removed him from consideration called him back. This time, not as a suspect, but as their newest employee. Years later, David became a respected professional. This story inspires countless young people never to give up when life seems unfair. As for Kelvin, he spent years trying to build a reputation that one selfish decision has destroyed. My dear friends, this story reminds us that betrayal may delay your success, but it cannot stop your destiny when truth is on your side. Always protect your hard work. Be kind, but never confuse kindness with carelessness. Thanks for watching Storytime Naija. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories with unforgettable life lessons. Until then, bye.